Week, I want to talk about something like many of us believe, but nobody talks about out loud. Pressure of constantly have to improve, to be more productive, to be more everything. We have to do everything. And it's almost like every time they require from us more and more. And I'm talking about them or they, require, is because the society, it could be our family, it could be our relationship and the relationship we are right now, or it could be anything. But it's always that pressure behind our back, like telling us, like you have to do more and better. Don't get me wrong. Improving yourself is something really beautiful. Why? Because we get to express ourselves and we get to learn more about ourselves and we get to, and discover things that maybe we didn't before. But that pressure start coming along the way. So that's when we have to be careful because that is a thin line where we can start feeling frustrated and instead the beautiful thing. And I'm going to teach you a little trick you can do so you don't feel like this. I have a question for you. What about if personal growth didn't came from a point of pressure and it came from a point of awareness? What I mean by that is instead of thinking you have to change because you have to be better for somebody else, is what about if you want to change stuff because you are not feeling connected with your life today, right? That's how Love, Reset, and Glow started. So you will love yourself where you are today. Then you are going to reset. You are going to look all the stuff is working right now. And what is the stuff is not working? And then you're going to take away the stuff doesn't work. And then you're going to glow, which it is enjoying your life. Yes, you can be busy, you can be taking courses, you can be going to school, you can be taking care of your kids and doing charity work and things like that. But the difference is you are going to show up happy. You are going to show up like connected with what your life wanted to look like. And instead, that somebody else told you, oh, you need to do this charity. You have to be a better mom. You have to be a better wife. You have to be so on, okay? So when we analyze and we start loving and accepting where we are today, that is what is going to help you to go to the next step, which is the reset and looking with your heart too, because sometimes we are super difficult with ourselves. We don't see the good things. But when we sit down and we start analyzing, okay, I'm doing this specific thing and I think I'm pretty good at that. Or maybe you will come to realization like whatever you are doing is not connected or it's not something you always wanted it to do it. And that is one thing it always got my attention is seeing people miserable in their work. Okay. So why it has to be like that? I understand some people need to do this because it's not any other way. But think about this. When you are connected with your goal, when you know where you want to go, that specific situation you are going through, let's say an example, the job that you hate and you don't like, but you have to do it, you're going to see that as a way to get to your goal. You're not going to treat it like you're going to be in there stuck forever and you're not going to get in a better situation Why? Because your mind is going to be looking beyond that. And that is why you have to know where you want to go. That's it, the things you have to recognize, the things you are doing good, the things they are working right now. Maybe it is just a simple tweak you have to do in your life. And then you will say, oh my gosh, why I didn't thought about that before. And when you apply this is going to help you a lot. And you can apply this in every area in your life. The things I've been hearing a lot, and I was like, kind of paying attention to it, is like they are talking about food noise. Okay, so especially when they are saying something related to weight loss. Okay, so you need this medication so your food noise doesn't get you and you don't get over whichever they say the medicine help with. But that noise, I think, is all over. The noise we have, like these little, talks next to our head, when you're, especially when you're trying to change something. Let's say you try to get up early in the morning at 6 a.m., okay? And then when you go to bed, it's like, oh, I hope like my neighbor dogs does not start barking, because then I can't sleep and I can't get up at 6 in the morning, right? Or you go to a bakery and you are like, oh, I hope they don't have leftover bear claw, which I love. Okay, I hope they don't have those leftovers. So because if I see it, I will eat it. So I already put it in my mind. When I get to the store, I'm going to check if they have the bear claw, right? So if they do have it, of course I'm going to buy it. So you see how you are setting up yourself to failure, because this noise that we have is because we've seen it all over. And especially when we are trying to change something in our life, we have this pressure from the world all over, all over. We talked about this before, and since you enter to the supermarket, you are being told what you have to do to have a better hair, to have a better skin, what it will make you look slimmer. You have diet pills, you have diet drinks, you have so many things. And of course, we're going to have noise. So that's why it's so important to know us first. And that's when the magic starts. When I start to make these changes in my life, it was because of that. Because I stopped, almost like I put myself into a bubble, okay? And I start analyzing, what do I want? What it makes me happy? And this is not from a place where you are being selfish. Is I feel like when we are connected with that, we are better people. We can have a better relationship. Maybe we've been living with a toxic relationship this whole time and we never knew why, because we didn't know how to identify them. That doesn't mean you're going to cut everything. What it means is you are going to put these people into different categories. If those people were taking 100% of your time, and really you are realizing they are taking your time away from the things you want to do, then I don't think that is a both way relationship, right? So you are going to talk to these people and then you are going to try to inform them the way you feel. And then if they don't want to agree with it, well, then you will have to take a different approach to the situation. So the same thing goes with everything. It goes at work, it goes with your love relationship, it goes with the relationship with your kids. Every relationship needs two sides to be available to get to the middle point for everybody, not only for the other person, right? So that's why it is so important to love yourself, love where you are today. Accept you make mistakes, okay, accept them. Accept where you are today. Reset what it doesn't work anymore and make the new plan for what you want to be. And then when you are in the glow stage, oh, you're going to love it. Everybody's going to love it because they're going to say, what is that woman? What is that lady has something and I don't know what it is. But she has something. What it has is she's connected with what she wants. And because she is connected, she can create a better surrounding. So your kids, your family, your friends, everybody. So that's what is important for you to be connected. And don't forget, do not live under pressure, and especially from TV, especially from the world or from places like has nothing to do with the things you are or the things you want to be. And don't forget, we will see you next time. And don't forget to apply love, reset, and glow in every single thing you do. See you next time.